Let's begin. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Kitty Found a Camera game development streaming. Hang on, I'm gonna make this... What volume do I want the music at? I can never decide. It varies from album to album. But okay. We're back. We have things to do. The main things are... Cool potion. So what do I want for a cool potion? Because basically it should be something that the player wants to drink. Because basically what happens is they come into this little lab here and they need to know to jump up onto here, onto this desk, and drink the poison. No, the potion that non-lethally separates your soul from your body. But okay. Paint... No, not paint. Blender. No, actually paint too. We might want some, like, some what-have-yous. Some concept art for our delicious poison. Because we need the classic lab staples of, like, a big thing with a burner on it. I should probably, like, look at lab equipment. You know, so we'd have something boiling. Would you boil it in a round flask? Does that make any sense? What is he distilling here? Yeah, maybe we have it going up like this. And then we'd have like a tube that comes out this side. Would it come out the side? I don't know. This is not a very realistic lab setup. I'm pretty sure you boil things in round flasks. And then you have a little stand here that would, like, you know, attach like this. It's very important that the mystical potion has accurate lab equipment. Doing realistic processes to it. But okay. Is this good enough for now? I guess we could have this. And then we could have, I don't know, a witch's cauldron or something. Actually, that could be funny. Have a cauldron here. And then that cauldron has, like, a glass stopper on top with the vapor trap. And then it goes down to a little flask. I'll do that, actually. So there's some sort of mix of evil sciences. So let's do cauldron, obviously. Alright. Let's do probably a sphere. Alright, let's do, solidify. How thick should this be? Our cauldron will probably be this big around. This is 10 centimeters. Actually, I think I should probably just not have this be solid in the center. I should just like have this instead. Like that, basically. So that way I can do, let's see, how many... Oh, okay, I did an octagon. So where do we put these legs? I guess I'll just do like this. No, this doesn't feel right. Yeah, we need them tinier. Let's just do, actually, I have a good idea. We need to mirror this. And then we need to mirror it again. And then what I can do is I can add a little cube. Okay, how do these look? They're a bit more straight down. Okay, that feels like a cauldron. And then we can do, Or does this have clipping? Perfect. No, that one's a load-bearing thing. Alright. Okay, that's our cool witch's cauldron. And then what I want is a, like, vapor trap. No, that's not. This is not what I needed. A vapor distillery. No, I didn't need a place called Vapor Distillery. I needed a distillery that captures vapor. What is that called? If it's vapor tube? An evaporator? Let's call it a lab evaporator. Okay. So this is what we got. So it looks like this is the heating element, presumably. Let's view the file here. Okay. See, it seems like what it does is it goes up here, and then this is where the vapor is trapped, and then it drips down into here. And this way we keep the, like, larger particles away, generally. Though I don't know what these are for. Maybe if there's, like, gases that are escaping, they'll rise up here, and then the vapor will, you know, condensate and drip down here. But okay, this seems to be how evaporators are generally structured. I think. Okay, yeah. Let's make one of those. One. So yeah, we'll basically just have it all go like this. I should probably have made this, like, the same... Actually, I'll just fix that now. Make this 8. Because otherwise it's going to be a nightmare trying to, like, get these to line up properly. But okay, there's our little vapor capture. We're going to be getting a lot of vapor from this. But okay, this will be glass tube. No, so that means this should be our witch's cauldron. And I'll just have no, whatever they are. Collisions, that's what I meant to say. So how do I want to model this? So that I don't have to spend very much work doing it. I'd say... Let's do a classic 4. There we go. And I think I'm going to have the bottle as a separate thing. Nope, I want to dissolve the edges. There we go. Hopefully nobody notices that that isn't there. And then let's just have this continue out this side with our other thing. Oh wait, hang on. We actually need to make this do that. There we go. Now we can have like a... Shrink this down. Kind of correct. I'd prefer if it was like strictly an 80-degree or no 90-degree angle though. And then we can have like a little thing here. Okay. Kind of working. Hang on. Loop tools, flatten this. There we go. That's what I want. So now it looks like something, kind of. Ta-da! I shouldn't overthink that. That's good enough. We have our little vapor trapper thing. And then what I want is, I'm going to put a thing here. So it's going to be like actual lab equipment. And then we'll have a bottle that attaches right there. Oh, wait, hang on. There we go. Is this... Oh, it's because this is a square. Okay. So now what I want is I want a little tube here. Actually, let's make this 3 even. Ta-da! And then we can have... Let's put a little cube right here. Okay, and then there will be a cool bottle right here on top of something like this. And we should probably have this attached somehow to this, so what I'll do is, I'll just have a little cube, or let's just say something like this. Yeah, you know what? I think I can bring this up. Okay, another cylinder. This one will be a whopping 6. Yeah. There we go. This is our beautiful witch's lab now. The most polygons in the entire game. Actually, one last thing. Cylinder. Okay, so this is decor, right? Lab. You know, what should this be? Distillery? Okay, and I will put the potion there. But actually, I need to use the bathroom. I'll be back soon. Okay, back now. Alright, so how do I want to do the potion? I think I want it to be just a 3D model, maybe? And then it's lit up, so then it's like, ooh, fancy. But okay. We now need a cube. It will be at the same ground plane as this, which needs to be at the same ground plane as the actual witch's cauldron. And they should probably just all be in the same place, like here. Yeah, let's line it up right there. Okay, that's good. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, we'll have our little potion probably as just an entirely separate model, because that makes sense. Okay. I think it'll be a sphere. This will be our cool juice. Lab. Let's say stand. So yeah, the cauldron is definitely the, like, main thing here. Looks like what we should do is, move this whole thing a little bit this way. That better matches the shape. And I should have... Did I rotate this? Oh no, I didn't rotate this model. I just rotated the, well. Whatever. Okay. What I want now is probably some sort of bowl here. Cylinder. Something like this. And yeah, we can just have this all attached here. Yeah, good enough. Okay. This is our cool little magical thing. And then... I don't know what I want here. What I know I want inside, though, is cursor to selected. This will be our liquid. Ooh. Not quite working so hot. Okay. There we are. Okay, let's go to our cool potion. Actually, I just realized, do I want the player to do this multiple times? Ah, well. For now, not do it multiple times. But okay. Let's start with some basic things. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just have it be, like, completely stylistically inconsistent. Alright, so UV... no. I want roughness. I want it to be shiny. Let's see. A Lambert diffuse and a tune specularity, maybe? Yeah, that feels about right. Okay, so for this one, albedo will be a delicious blue. Oh, I see. We should make this not transparent, though. And also, I want some emission here. Let's make a very faint blue. There we go. Okay. Metal. For now, the whole thing's just going to be this color. And then here, we're going to do noise, but it's going to be black. Maybe bluish. Yeah, there. Then here, let's get our glass again. Glass, material. Easy. Do I want the glass to be a different color? I guess this is fine for now. Yeah, so here's our beautiful lab equipment for now. And eventually I can make it so that this is hidden when you drink it. But okay, now let's add... let's actually change the type of this to an interactable. Not quite what I want. And I think this is what I want. Actually, what is the type of this object? Custom action. Class, name, custom action object. Now let's call it a custom action node. And we'll just have it do the, like, become ghost action. Okay. Anything else we need here? Not really. Okay. So now we add collision shape. Oh, wait, hang on. We actually need to change the type of this again to a static body. We can't have it be a custom interactable by default, because we need to attach that as a script. So become ghost, drink delicious juice. Okay, so we no longer need this here. Let's say, like, here is a box. Hi, welcome to the streams. Yeah, I started streaming earlier. Because, yeah, I used to stream in the afternoons, but now I'm doing this full time, so I can stream whenever I want. Oh, wait, no, I don't need that. I need a shape still. There's some weird, like, audio glitching in this album. You can hear, like, little, like, pops. Ah, well. Okay, that seems about right. Actually, let's also put one going this way. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay, so now I can go to the world. I can go to the distillery. Let's also add an Omni Light 3D. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna skip this album. There's way too many pops. Okay, let's get a delicious blue color. Why would it be blue? Why wouldn't I make it green? Because we turned into a green ghost. Yeah, so it should be a green color. Why is this like a dirt texture? What? The thumbnails in Godot are like nonsensical. But okay, let's get our albedo and our emissive textures in line here. Wait, what is this? Oh, I see. That's the other material. Okay. So now we have Cool Potion, and then what I can do is I can link that in here. Where is that laboratory? Right here. Okay. Link decor, right, distillery. I probably should have made sure this was the right size first. Well, I guess it's about the right size. Now let's put it here. Okay. So now what I need is to cheat to get into the game, or to get into this area. So that way I can actually make sure that this works still. Oh wait, actually. Marker. Wisp. Put that here. We need ID. Do we need an ID? We don't really. Okay. We should be able to get in now. Okay, so what stat do I need to unlock this door? Hopefully I can just... It'd be cool if I can just do this. No, that doesn't get us to the door. Let's go to door. No, let's just go to the what have you. This thing. Clicky this door. Okay, so the area here, Linda House unlocked. States, add, stat, Linda House unlocked. There we are. So then somewhere in here, that's our parents' house, or that's Linda's parents' house. Okay. Now we can drink delicious juice, if we get up to here. Look at that. Now isn't that juice that you'd want to drink? There we go. And then we have the ghost hunters. Great. And also, I'm quite proud of the fact that the lights flicker when you get close to them. I mean, there's lots of little details that I like here. But okay. So now we've like skipped through this quest. Oh. Ooh, okay. Let's see if this is here. So is... Okay, so let's do... So check dialogue cancel. And is instance valid ui.dialog.eval.main speaker and it's a 3D instance, okay. Sprints off, okay. Oh, yeah, now the game is all broken. Yeah. Actually, that'd be... No, that should be fine, because the player should not be able to get into here unless they've, like, cheated their way through like this. And so if they've cheated their way into the house, they can just cheat their way into not being a ghost. They can literally just do, like, player be normal. Ta-da! Game is not broken anymore. But okay. That seems pretty clear. The player can, like, explore and get up to that stand. Get up to no good. I guess the main things will be little details like the doors are kind of annoying with how it opens when I'm close to it like this, but do I want to change the range of the doors? I think I do, actually. I think I'm going to do that. So that is the interior door. No, it's door weston. Or no. Which doors are they? No, not these. Interior W is what these are called. Yeah, these are much too big. So yeah, make this unique. Make it like this far, thereabouts. Oh yeah, and because the game... Because Godot does it wrong. Oh yeah. Yeah, the poison is a little disconcerting. I do wonder if it'll increase the ratings of the game. But, you know, the game is clear. It's just juice that non-lethally separates your soul from your body instantly. And that children love to drink. Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can't take a photo because I'm a ghost. Wait, then why do I have a camera with me? Hang on. That's one of those little visual bugs that'll miscommunicate to the player. Okay. Ghost body should not have the camera sprite. Well, that was easy. Okay, so was there anything else that I needed to do in here? Because I think that is, like... I'm mostly just working on visuals that the player needs right now. Okay, the ladder is the last thing that I need for actual, like, integral visuals. These would be nice. So yeah, I guess I will do them. Okay, yeah, let's get out of here. Let's, How do I want to do the ladders? The birds add a lot to the ambiance in the game. Okay. Yeah, another like sound thing will be adding like a layer of like white noise to the trees for like wind and things. And it'd probably get more howling and weird. Or like, yeah, more howling at night. And I think it'd just be probably just around the edge of the trees, the same way that I have the path for the river. Because basically my river is actually like, there's these, or this actual path that the sound will follow, and it'll like choose the closest point to the player, and then like that'll be where the sound is coming from. So that way the whole river has sound without a bunch of emitters, or like one gigantic emitter. And I'll just do that around the circumference of the level, so that the trees all have wind and spooky ambiance. But that's neither here nor there. Let's make a ladder material. Oh wait, no. We need Krita, because I need it to smoothly tile. And actually, for playtesting, I might want to give the player a lot more interactions inside Linda's house. So that way they're incentivized to press X. They're like, oh, okay, there's like a bunch of things I can do here. And so when they go up to the potion and they're like, ooh, drink delicious juice, don't mind if I do. Let's see. Let's do just a simple 3 text, or yeah. Something simple at first. Grid. Yeah, that's fine. Because now what I'll do is just have like a... basically hint at some like indentations here. That looks like a good enough ladder material for now. Textures, let's just call this ladder. Okay. We actually need to do a few things. Oh wait, no. This doesn't have any UV mapping. Okay. We need a new ladder. Textures, ladder should be under L for ladder, I'm assuming. There it is. And I guess if I want, I could have little, like, things there, but I'm not gonna do that. Or, like transparency. Oh, wait, what's this called? Okay, it is called ladder. Yeah, okay. Now I want to change... I want to make sure these are positioned in a reasonable way. Oh wait, this one also needs ladder. Okay, and let's also do a few other important ones. And then this one. This one is like really messed up. Actually, what if I just made it one big ladder up to here? Like, I don't really need any of this stuff. I'm just gonna do like where's our ladder? This one. What a thrill. Because, yeah, that whole winding thing was, like, not fun anyway. Okay. There we are. And then also here, why don't we have like a little, just a little platform right here. There we go. And there we are. And this... Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Alright, let's make sure that this ladder works. So I should also unlock one of these doors. And also, just move this. Because, yeah, I think a lot of the time I way overthink things. Like, why did I have that whole big thing there? I think that's kind of just the nature of game design, actually. Okay, let's get metal for the base here. Actually, what if we get paint? So I'm going to do noise. Make unique. I'm going to have the color here actually be like a red color, maybe. Just to like clearly indicate that this is something of interest. Okay, there we are. This is stairs, and it should have our ladder material. Which actually would just be UV shader. Oh wait, nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, save the material as ladder. Okay. Let's make sure all these ladders are correct. Yes, now these look like ladders. Oh yeah, this one needs to be fixed as well. That's our little playhouse here. Which admittedly is so tiny that it's probably better to have it, well, what should I do? Because the player can enter first-person mode at any time. Yeah, I'll just let the player figure it out. Okay. Let's make sure this all works. Oh yeah, another thing I should fix is these terrible, awful, like, edges here that the player can get stuck on. Because this road is so steep that the player can, like, just get trapped there. Like, in fact, while I go, I should do that. Because, yeah, I basically want to have it so any obvious, or any issues with the game are either purely cosmetic, so I can easily explain to people that are playtesting, like, oh yeah, obviously, you know, anything that's, like, plain white untextured, it's gonna have textures in the final version. But I don't want things like, bugs that I know about. Of like, oh yeah, you know, ignore those bugs because I know about those. It's like, well, why didn't I fix them? That's the classic thing with playtesting. It's very tempting to like get early feedback, but then like if there are things that you know are issues and you have to tell the player to ignore them, it's like, well, why didn't you just fix it before you subjected the player to them? But okay, let's remove seams here. Because yeah, I'll also eventually fix up the textures there. Okay, that's probably good. And then yeah, here, I think, oh yeah, right here, I've been having issues. So like, just make the land taller. Like, just bring this up. Well, I know. Better idea. Just bring this down. Like that, there. Boom. And then, okay. Similar thing here as well, where like, either I need very low slopes or little steps. Like, if it's a very long, steep slope, it's annoying. Okay. I think that works. Because yeah, the challenge of the game should not be trying to figure out what bit of geometry you can walk on. In fact, I see one now. Just make it nice. Just make it cooperative. Okay, what am I doing? I'm going to the door, right. And yeah, and here, it's a bit more obvious where the, like, actual beach starts, or where the banks of the river are. Oh yeah, and anywhere here that the player can get stuck, because I would still eventually like to make it so that the road is actually recessed into the ground, but that'd be very complicated, so I'm probably just not going to bother. I'll just make it so that if there are any places where the player can get stuck, I just fix them. And this is what a QA tester would be doing like 24/7. 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, with no breaks. Just walking up and down the sidewalk, making sure that you don't get stuck. But okay, what does this door need? Is this one that I can click? No. You know, let's just toggle no clip. Okay, so I can go up this ladder. I can examine this. Boom. Switches should have their own thing. They should just say, like, TSCN. Let's say the interaction name will be pull lever. Oh, wrong button. There we go. So now you can pull the lever. And look at that. Now we're out here. Beautiful. We can also go back up the ladder. Easy. I don't need some, like, awful janky platforming there. Because, yeah, my nephew needed help from me to get up that before. And it's like, yeah, we don't need, like, a platforming gauntlet at the end. Okay. Now we can talk to him. Can't come in, not without the proper forms. He needs a beverage. What does he have to say? Goddess. So what I want to do is take a photo of lemonade. Can I see it from here? Almost. I'll just go to it. Oh, yeah, and I also need to do, there's the alternative thing, which is to give him soda. Should I get that here? Yeah, I could do that. Or I could at least give an excuse as to why he doesn't want the soda. Sound of tumbleweeds. Okay. The door was supposed to unlock. Oh, okay. It just takes a bit to unlock. That's concerning. I should probably have the things there wait for that. Oh yeah, and then there's this door, which is also locked. All of our doors should have doorknob textures, but oh well. Okay, so that gets us up there. I guess that's fine for now. Oh, I know what I can do. I'll say that the dry man can't drink the soda because he is allergic to corn, and there's corn syrup in it. So I think that should be photo vends. Right. See, you're crying. Let's see. Okay, let's say main speaker, set latest, and this will be, oh wait, no, not vent, vend. Main speaker set latest, the bony bozo's allergic. I think he should just stop being allergic. There we go. Let's make sure that this actually works. Vend. There we are. Oh, I see. I actually did make this a standalone thing. Okay, good. This has its custom action. Yeah, vend. Okay. And then he gets refreshed by the lemonade. There we go. Now he's moisturized. Okay. What else do I want? Let's go back. Let's get some benches. There we go. This will be good for reasons. This will just be... Well, I guess I just want benches wherever it makes sense to have a bench. Okay. So I think though... So that's another vital little thing done. So I think that means that the rest of these are completed. I should probably make this... I don't care. I was about to say I should probably make this look better, but... I can do that someday. Eventually. But okay, what I need here is this, to have a sign. So let's just make it so the sign is one texture and the rest of it is another texture. Oh, we also need to probably apply the UV... I know what to do. Data. Mirror U axis. Amount to offset mirrored U's flip point from 0.5. Okay. So this means that unwrap angle based. Oh, wait, no. I think what I can do is put this at 0.5. Okay, let's say that this is now our point here for this. And so that's going to be our second material. Okay. So now I can see. There we go. Okay. So now it does what I want, which is it will be this full width of the texture is seamless. Perfect. Okay. So we need probably 256 by 256, I'd say. Let's have like something like this. This will be like cave, zip line. Let's say sign, zip line. Okay. So this is like, welcome to the... what should it be called? What are some names that we could do? What is the, like, hang on. I'm gonna do something. Native tribes in Pacific Northwest. Taku tribe. Oh, okay. They're more in Alaska. I'm thinking a bit further south. Because I'm thinking more like Washington State. You know what? Let's just say that. State. Because I want a tribe word for I. Because there are various, like, rivers in the area that are named by the tribes. Okay. 29 Indian tribes. Is there like a list of the tribes? Samish. Okay, yeah, and Lake Sammamish is like this lake here. Let's look up the keynote. Language. Oh, wait, no. Because I want some words from them. Interesting. Further reading. Introduction to the keynote language. The nations will be closed on Fridays. The whole nation? Okay, here we are. The keynote language. Browse from keynote to English. I want to go from English to keynote. Puluk. Alright, that'd be fun. Welcome to the Puluk Cave. A lot of eye-based content in this video game. Oh, right. This will need to be... Well, actually, what if I just did... I'm gonna make this 1024 by 1024. And then I'll just compress it down. See, aren't I clever? Okay, there we go. So let's see... Puluk Cave, Park, and Zipline, or something like that. So... rules. Facts. This cave has existed for 1 billion years. Probably. It contains rocks. It contains rocks and water. I think it existed for 1 trillion years. Rules. No drowning. Do not throw the rocks. Do not jump on this sign. Walk around or walk along the... Yeah, do not tightrope on the zip line. Huluk Cave, Park, and zip line. There's a rock that looks like a guy. Okay. Let's see how this looks. So, fun facts. Fun rules. Okay. Graphic design is my passion. Okay, so I want this to be like 16, I think. Yeah, that seems good. And let's also... Can I not, like, word wrap? That's concerning. Alright. Let's just do 16 for these. Fun facts, and then these will be, like, 9. And then here, beautiful. And for now, I don't need any fancy graphics for it, so I'm just going to call it there. Oh, interesting. So now I need to make sure that this is really well aligned. Why is this not aligned? I literally aligned it. Well, okay. That's fine enough. Okay. Huluk Cave, Park, and Zipline. Okay. Now, can I get down to 256 without breaking it? Okay. And this should probably have cave decor. So what I'm going to do is a sign. Or let's do world object. This will be like cave or sign zip line. Tags would be like cave decor, I think. Because basically I'm looking at this thing. Cave landmark. Okay. Basically, I want the player to be able to know, or like to be able to take a photo of this thing. But okay. Sign cave. Bullet cave, park and zipline. Okay, so this will at least give me the hints that the player needs. Okay. There we are. Let's get up here. Kind of janky platforming still. But alright, now we get... Welcome to the Pullock Cave Park and Zipline. Fun facts. This cave has existed for 1 trillion years, probably. It contains rocks and water. There's a rock that kind of looks like a man. It's awesome. Fun rules. No drowning. Do not throw the rocks. Do not jump on the sign. Do not tightrope walk on the zip line to the rock. Let's update this a little bit. Wait, hang on. Don't need that. Well, I've already done it. Basically, when I do the sign again, or do another pass on it, it's going to be do not drown, rather than no drowning. Or it'll be, like, later on, to, like, break up the flow of it. But okay. So that should help the player know that the way to get up to there is to jump on the sign and tightrope walk on the zip line. That was the main point of that. But okay, yeah. Wait, does this thing have unbound speed in the negative direction? I think I've done a classic mistake where... Yeah, I think it has infinite speed in the, well, or maybe it's just going really fast. Hang on. Let's go to the car. How does its engine work? Because we got horses. No, okay. It doesn't do that. Yeah, because we just get the axis. So yeah, it can never be more than the horsepower of the engine. It just seemed way more powerful. Okay, so what else do I want to do? Drive in the water. Okay. So we got kind of the main things that I wanted to do. Or, wait, not quite for playtesting, actually. So let's just say now they're removed from there. Okay. So now we don't need this anymore. Get status. Cave is ready for Oh wait, no. Game is ready for playtesting. Let's just say fixed known problems with signposting. Because, yeah, in games there's a lot of things that are, like, more load-bearing than they'd seem. Like the textures on the ladder. Without that, the player has no idea where they can climb. It's like a vital part of the game. And then there are things like animations that are important for, like, the player understanding what's happening in the game. Like, eventually I really do need a jump animation, or at least to make it so that she doesn't run when she's jumping. Or, you know, it just plays one frame out of the run cycle. But I don't want to do that right now. What do I want to do? I kind of want to take it easy, since I did like 6 hours yesterday. I guess I could do the sounds for the trees. That'd be nice. I'll do that. Okay. Let's go back to free sound. Am I still logged in? I think I am. Forest. I guess I could also just record my own sounds, but okay, that sounds good. Because basically I'll also get like a more inhospitable weather sound. But okay, let's get the attribution text. Attributions. Okay, so this, as long as you credit the author of the sound, okay. And then we download. So sound environment, let's call this forest. Okay, project, sound, forest ambiance. Okay, no music allowed. Now I need to figure out, let's just copy, or let's just cut this. So the trick that I use is to just chop a random part of the sound, and then we can see how this sounds. Oh, it was already... feels like it already is perfectly looping. Okay. Alright, delete that. So now we'll basically have the same thing. So for our other soundscape thing, let's add another path. So what is this called? This should be, let's call this a class name path audio player. So yeah, basically the unique part about this one is that it's gonna... Well, actually, now we don't really need let's bring the music back. Okay. Basically, I'm just going to have the audio come from much higher above us. And it'll just kind of loop around in this area. You know, let's just have... that's not very good. Ah, well. Can we make this loop? Close curve. There we are. Okay, anything that feels off? Nah, this feels fine. I think the main thing will be, it'll be kind of awkward going from here to here, for example. Because now this is like a, yeah, because this curve is a bit, well, it's a loop, obviously, but yeah, that'll be a bit awkward. Path audio player, and this will have our forest ambiance. Let's see, so it needs to be, I think that's about good. That would be like -3 decibels. SFX environment. Okay, now we need to actually see if it works. Because there should just be a little faint noise floor now in the whole game. And then what I can do is I can also add a schedule, because I want it to be that when it's night, the wind starts howling. So yeah, the river is obviously the big one here. Oh wait, it has to autoplay. And also this audio needs to loop. Enable re-import. Okay, try again. Okay, I hear some faint sounds. Yeah, it's meant to be very faint, though, so this is exactly what I want, I think. I just realized. That's what I was hearing. I was like, there's a bird that's like really loud. I really like that all of the individual bird sounds that you hear in the ambience are like actually random birds. Like they're actual birds in the game. I kind of want more types of birds, because we only have goldfinches and crows right now. Now I'll say that's fine for now. Oh. I will say, I think we don't need this to be lower down, and I will maybe make it larger. Because right now, if we were to put this like here, let's see, like if it traces, oh, if it traces a path around this, I think that's about right. We could have something in here. Actually, I will have something in there. But this will not be a path audio player. This will just be forest sounds. Yeah, just right up in here. Let's just have it high up above. Or, yeah, I think that makes more sense. And yeah, I can hear faint, like, owls and dogs, I think, barking in the distance. That's nice. Though also, the birds should not be, like, chirping at this hour, so I don't know why they are. Because, yeah, the schedule was supposed to kick in and they were supposed to not be chirping. I'll just put that in bugs. Because it's not that big a deal, but birds are not respecting the chirping. Or no, birds are chirping at night. Because, yeah, they should have stopped by this point. It's meant to be much quieter now. I'm going to see what happens if I mute... Oh, wait, hang on. Actually, I'm going to make some of these sound effects not, like these ones, for example. Let's have the process always enabled. And then rolling water. Do we want rolling water to do this too? Not really. Yeah, there's a very... It's almost imperceptible, but when it's muted, you can hear it. And I kind of want this place here to mute our master audio. Hmm. Because yeah, this area... It should have a thing. Hang on, why is this not, like... Oh, it's in zones, okay. Blue zone, spooky zone. Okay, the spooky zone should have... I guess it just fades out the music right now. I guess that's fine. Well, I would prefer if it muted all the sounds. Basically, that house is haunted. So when you go into there, it should, like, slowly mute all of the sounds. And I think I could do that by having nothing directly tied to the master audio, and instead it ties to a, like, different track that leads into the master audio. And I also need to, like, reduce the sounds of the outside when you're in a house. But that'd be too much work. I don't want to bother. You'll just hear birds in your house. Horrible, I know. And I guess I could add the, like, car crash sound effects to, this while I'm at it. Because, yeah, I basically want this to have, like, very loud car crash sound effects whenever you flip it or hit something. Let's try doing that. How would I actually get the impact strength of a thing here? Go to vehicle. motion. No. Shouldn't we have, for a collision object, solver contact monitor? That's what I want. Max contacts reported. I'm going to say 4, because if there's 0... So the number of contacts is different than the number of collisions. Collisions between parallel edges will result in 2 contacts, and collisions between parallel faces will result in 4 contacts. Okay, let's see if there's anything about, like, Godot, rigid body 3, or, like, collision speed. Let's bring the music back. So, collision speed. Velocity. I think I just need to basically have, like, a change in velocity. Let's just do rigid body collision sound effects. And see if somebody, like, has the general information. Because my main questions are, how do I detect the strength of a collision? Because I don't want, like, a really loud sound effect for a really tiny contact. Especially since you might be having a whole bunch of contacts if you're, like, scraping an object. So yeah. Body entered, emitted when the body enters a contact with this one. Contact monitor and contacts reported must be enabled. Yeah, so they're giving me the very basics, which are, I already know how a body enters a thing, and I already know how an audio object plays sounds. So yeah, self-linear velocity length, remap ranges, forces. Force is variable to the appropriate volume range. So on body entered, so... Okay, so they're basically just getting the, yeah, okay. The difference between velocity pre-collision and post-collision. That's exactly what I wanted. And on body entered signal using the difference between the physics processes velocity. Okay, that's exactly what I was thinking of doing. Basically just getting the change in velocity at the time of the collision. So I'll just do var velocity before collision, vector 3. Actually, we can just have a... No, we do need the velocity. Because we need to also check... Do we need that? Not really. Speed before collision. Well, actually, we should just keep it anyway. Basically, when we do this, we're going to do... before collision equals vector 3... No, equals linear... vehicle linear velocity. I forgot. This does not consider itself to be a object. Yeah, because it has to be an interactable, so it doesn't know that it's also a vehicle body. But okay. Velocity before collision. And then we're going to have, when we're ready, vehicle.body entered connect on collision. Let's say on impact. On impact. Body Pass. Or let's do like var diff equals minus vehicle dot linear velocity if diff dot length greater than 5. Push. No, print debug. Yowza. Alright. Let's see if this works. Basically now, we are getting the velocity every frame, and whenever we impact, if that velocity is less than our previous velocity, we play a sound. And actually, we could do... I think I know what to do as well. Whenever we do that, we'll also do velocity before collision equals vehicle linear velocity. The reason I'm doing this is because we don't want to play multiple sound effects if there's multiple contacts in a single frame. We don't want to play a sound effect multiple times. This way it will detect one change in velocity no matter how many collisions we've had in a frame, and it'll play those sounds. And then it'll just like assume that our that has set our velocity. Boom. Let's see if that worked. Yowza. Okay. In fact, let's do diff.length. Or let's say impact force. Okay. And now it seems to basically do what I want. Yeah, look at that. Okay, and we can see that it doesn't happen if I like lightly bump a thing. So like this. Okay. And then the other big thing will be making sure that if the player is just moving at a fast speed, it should also do a little bit. Oh, okay. That seems about right. But let's also do plus vehicle dot linear velocity dot length divided by 5. Basically, if we're moving really fast and then we just slightly move, like slightly hit something, that should also play an impact sound. And then let's just have a audio stream player 3D. This will be impact 1. And don't we have like random sound, randomized sound? That will not be active. Instead, we'll just use it for playing random sounds. So it'll just be impact 1. Play random sound. Okay, now we need some crashing sounds. No, we need a car crash. Train crash. Using noise box, quality street filled with grit. Oh, that's cool. No, we don't need that. Car and motorcycle crash. Imagine all these sounds just from that tiny little thing. So I like this one, the side swipe. I like the, like, I like that one as well. Sounds good. Not quite. This one seems loud. Car horns, don't need that. That one seems good. Car hits a person, don't need people dying in our thing. I don't need yelling and horns and stuff like that. Yuck. Ouch. That sounds fine. We need some smaller sounds as well to make the larger ones funnier. I think there's like an actual shock wave that's very difficult. We're gonna need a... Let's see. That one sounds good. Yeah, a little bumps and things. Not quite. Oh wait, no, these are handbrake turns. Collision sound of vehicle crashing or some kind of mechanical object being hit. Don't really need that. Yeah. Don't need that.
Number 16.
Let's see, we'll skip those ones. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, I think we probably have enough crashing sounds. We're gonna have a lot of attributions. So for now, I'll just do... I will not format them the standard way, I'll just get all of them. So yeah, sound... Oh wait. Crash 01. Oh wait. No commercial use. Okay. As long as you credit. Alright. I will respect their wishes. 02. Let's see. Crash 03. Crash 04. I'll eventually get it. I'll eventually pave. Okay. That's also attribution. There's going to be some long credits here. Yeah, I should probably send them money. It sounds like they want me to send them money. And I should probably make these all consistent files. Wait, did I get the attribution text? Hopefully I got all of them. Okay, yeah. Crash 10. Oh, wait, non-commercial. Okay. Now what I need to do is I need to go into Audacity. I'm probably going to make these into all WAV files. But yeah, let's make sure that they're like normalized properly. Oh, wait. Let's not have this. Do this one. Yeah, because we'll just do... probably right there. And then probably just a tiny bit of fade in so that it's not like a clipping. Or so that there's no like awkward popping sounds. Okay. That one is now correct. We should probably also vary the pitch slightly. In fact, we should have that in our, like, sound effects. So, like, export range 1 to, like, 2 pitch variation equals... Actually, let's have, like, export var default pitch equals 1.0, and this will be 1.0. So basically the same thing that I have here, where instead of having a min and max, we have the min and then a multiplier. And so we'll just do, like, scale, pitch scale equals default pitch times randef range 1 to pitch, actually just be pitch variance times randef. Oh wait, no, that's not quite actually what it is. Pitch variance. Yeah, okay. And then we'll have this be, we can have this be like 1.1 by default. So it can be like 10% higher. And then what I'll do as well is I'm going to have the pitch... Oh, wait, no. That's not what we want. 1.0 here. 1.1 here. And I'm going to have this go down to 0.9 and then do like 1.2 here. So that way, it'll be a little lower. Okay, and this one, there's like 35 minutes of driving. That's good. Let's delete this. Can I delete this? And same thing here. Fade in. And it looks like it fades out gracefully. That. I'll assume this is exported now. And yeah, we don't need to save the, like, Audacity project files. Yeah, that one sounds good. We'll just trim the silence. Oh. And I'll just make this a bit shorter. And I think the different audio qualities are also funnier. Okay, Crash 5. That one's awesome. That's a good one on its own. Effect fade in. Okay. Wave 06. Oh no, Crash. And then there's super high noise floor, because there's probably like steam or something coming out of the train. Did we get our Crash 06 here? Huh? Okay, there we did. We don't need that anymore. Fair enough. Actually, yeah, we don't even need to update that one. Perfect as it is. Completely different audio quality and everything. Okay. Alright. Let's call this, like, Crash Small 01. Because, yeah, as I said, we need some, like, less explosive ones. And these are good enough sound effects. They'll get the effect in. Fade out. And then I also should probably get some, like, small sound effects. Okay, which ones have I, like, done? I think last one I did was... Okay, Crash 08 was the one that I harvested for parts. So we no longer need Crash 08. Oh yeah, it's literally open. I could have just checked. Ah, well, whatever. Okay. Fade out. Okay. Crash. Small 05. And that means goodbye Crash 9. Hello Crash 10. Ooh, this one will get lots. Okay, we do have plenty of small crashes, actually. Effects fade in. Crash, small. Okay, so we no longer need this one. No longer need this one. Let's see what this big thing is. So, Crash 08. Alright. Fade in. Crash 09. And then this one. Okay. Fade that out. Fade it in. This will be our final Crash small. 07. Okay. So we're gonna have like a big impact and a small impact. So yeah, let's have impact, small. Let's do like 3 here. So if impact force greater than like 8. Impact large, play random sound. If impact force is greater than 3, we do impact small, play random sound. And basically, for big crashing, we actually do all of these. And then for impact small, we'll have quite a few less. Because we're only going to have these small crash sounds. And we'll probably have like a -4 decibels. Okay, let's see if that works. We will mute, because now we have our own soundscape to enjoy. And look at that, I can walk up the street from the curb, or from the ground. I don't need to, like, plan where I'm going to step onto the road from. Beautiful. This game is becoming a video game. Maybe I should have a distinct theme song for the Barbie car, but maybe not. They're a bit loud in the mix. So, you know, because yeah, they're a bit dry and a bit loud. So, how do we fix that without me doing a lot of work? I think what I'm going to do is just -5 and then -10. Yeah, it's not very good at randomizing them. Okay, let's see what happens if I get some real speed here. Interesting. Actually, I am seeing, though, I would rather these not have the small impacts. Because we hear the small impacts quite a lot already. So if we're gaining some speed... Yes, that is the sound that we need to hear. A masterpiece of sound design, I think. I like the little bumps that you can hear when it scrapes against the ground. Okay. I think the main thing is probably to get the audio players a bit, probably just further forward. Even though that may not be accurate necessarily, that's going to be mostly accurate. It needs to shuffle the sounds better. I think what it should do is, I don't know exactly. Maybe if the sound effect is the same as the last one, we just increment and get the next one. Let's try that. So, like, if s equals stream, bar I equals this, s equals sounds I plus 1 modulo sounds dot size. Basically, just get the next sound effect if it's the same one twice in a row. So yeah, we never play the same sound twice now. Okay, and I think the motor sounds need to be a little bit larger as well. So what I'll do is, let's go to the car again. The volume here. Yeah, volume dB needs to be probably min of engine times 2 to 1. There we go. Hang on, that's not right. Var volume equals lerp m times 2v grounded. There we go. And then we do volume here. Basically, make the volume louder. Oh wait, no. I did this wrong. This needs to be v times 2. This... So this is the motor, this is the velocity. There we go. Not very... Yeah, the sound design leaves a little to be desired. And then let's times this by 0.9. Volume should be just a little bit lower. Oh yeah. That's how we do it. Hang on. This actually does need to be higher. I think we just need volume engine max to be lower, to be like 15 or something. Oh wait, no. That's the opposite of what I want. Why is that always so, It feels like it's not very consistent. Yeah, our velocity change is different. Yeah, impact force is diff times length plus linear velocity length divided by 5. And that's velocity before collision velocity, or linear velocity. What if I removed this? And I think also, let's make this volume a bit more there. Let's also make these probably like have smaller unit size, so like maybe like 5. Also, this is now too quiet. The motor's too quiet. This should be, put that back to 20. I kind of want, let's do times 1.2 times 2.5% grounded. Okay. Yeah, there's something wrong with the sound effects there. They don't play at the correct time. Because yeah, on impact, if impact force is greater than 8, play random sound. If it's greater than 3, we play a random sound. Wait, did I mix those up? So what are the actual sound effects in Impact Large? Maybe it's because I haven't like reloaded with the car yet. I should have. Ah, well. Yeah, you can hear the owls occasionally. Hopefully nobody notices that this is ambiance from the Netherlands. I think we need like lower. Yeah, I think it might have been just the list hadn't updated, like hot reloaded. So it was still playing some random low impact sounds when you crashed into things at high speeds. Oh, right, okay. One of those sounds is like really loud because, oh, I see, because it's this MP3. We don't have that anymore. Yeah, so Crash 10 MP3 doesn't exist because that was turned into like all of the other sounds that we have. Save and exit there. Get this back. And now it's going to take longer and longer to load. I'll have to figure out probably some sort of multi-stage loading of like load the exterior, then load the houses maybe. Or just have a loading screen. That'd be fine too. Actually, I have a good idea. So for the volume... Excuse me. So M is the absolute value of the engine vehicle force horses. Well, I mean, I guess that's fine. Yeah, like, why was that the loud sound when the other one wasn't? It does add a lot, I think. Like, what? It's so inconsistent. That's good enough. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay, we got some cool new sound effects now. Yeah, because when the car gets really tumbling, it doesn't sound quite as violent as I would want it to, but I think I would need like polyphony sounds, which I think I can do. Didn't they have some new thing where you could like play multiple sounds from one sound emitter or something like that? Maybe not. Oh, max polyphony. Okay, we can do that. So what does this do? Maximum number of sounds this node can play at the same time. Playing additional sounds after this value is reached will cut off the oldest sound. So is it playing one sound effect multiple times? Or like if we change the stream, does that mean, so if we did like stop, for example, do we need to have this here now that I've changed how the streaming works? Let's double check this. I'm actually going to add like a little bit of audio or pitch variance to all the birds too. Though actually, do birds have like very precise... Let's just do like 1.05 or 5. Oh, we already had pitch variance anyway. Yeah, it's like, what are you talking about, old man, that there's no birds around? You can literally hear like a dozen birds from your house. You just don't go outside. That's your problem. Wait, what am I doing? Oh yeah, I need to like rapidly collide with things. Like the sound of like a train crashing. Hang on. Let's try to max polyphony here. I want... Oh wait, wrong button. The bird should not have polyphony. The car should have polyphony for all of its impacts. Yeah, so hopefully now... I keep mixing things up. No, if you change the stream, it seems like it cancels the audio. That's okay. I just realized I could just go into here. The car accelerates much faster going backwards, I think. I think because it's front-wheel drive. So yeah, you could probably go faster by, like, reversing and then doing a J-turn to, like that. Maybe. And I like the little bumps. They add some, like, sense of space or, like, dimension to it. I love that combo of just, like, one enormous loud crash into another. And then the little... It's so uncharacteristic. Because everything else is so quiet. Yeah, we need, like, some ramps or something to go off and really crash this thing. Okay. Well, I'm just playing around now, so what I should do is just call it a day. But okay, we don't need this. Git status, git add dot, git commit tiny things. Okay. So I kind of want to do a short day today, because having that all working... I mean, we got a lot of stuff that I should be doing, but I don't want to do any of it. I think this works now, actually. Oh, wait, no. It doesn't quite work. The complete block function is something different. Does this work now? I think these all work. And I think this has not been an issue since I've done the... Since now it saves every time you take a photo, and it saves every time you talk in dialogue. So there's not an enormous amount of images that you have to save every time. But I'll say that's good for now, because yeah, I don't want to work anymore. I'll ease back into this after my 6-hour stream yesterday. But okay, I will be back tomorrow with more exciting things. Let's get our music in here. So yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you later.